Hey Russell fam, today we are going to be doing a couple of experiments, but what we have to do first is we have to turn our eggs to rubber eggs. So what we're going to do is we are going to place these eggs in this glass carefully because we don't want them to crack. Alright, so we have them in here. See, they're in there, and we're going to take our distilled white vinegar. Let me see that. Our distilled white vinegar, and we're going to completely cover the eggs. Alright, so we're going to completely cover the eggs like so. Alright, they are completely covered. There's no egg showing. Alright, we're going to leave them like this, and we're going to let them sit for overnight, and I will show you what they look like in the morning. Alright, Russell fam, we woke up this morning and this is what the eggs look like, all foamy on the top. And then in a little while, we are going to take them out of the vinegar and see what they look like. Alright, Russell fam, you see that the eggs are sitting in the vinegar and you see that the foam is at the top. What happened in this part of the experiment? First, the vinegar ate away the eggshell because the vinegar is a chemical called acid. While sometimes acids can be very dangerous, others can be very good for you. Orange juice, for example, contains a lot of acid, and it is quite healthy. The most important thing to know about acid is that it reacts with the base, which are different chemicals. Well, it turns out that the shell of an egg is made from a base. So the acid in the vinegar reacted with the base in the eggshell to make water, carbon dioxide, and calcium salt that dissolved in the water. If you saw bubbles coming from the eggs, or coming off of the eggshells, I'm sorry, that was the carbon dioxide being made. In the end, you will see that an egg with no shell. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out an egg and I'm going to go over to the sink and we are going to wash it off and we're going to see what it looks like. Alright, Russell fam, we have an egg right here in our hands. We're going to wash it off under the water and let's see what happens. This is called a rubber egg. You have to be very careful because it's a thin membrane that's holding it together. Because I've had one that I was trying to pull and it broke on me. So I have a yolk that's down here that I can't get out with my hands because it's just a yolk.
That's cool.
But see how the yolk stays intact and how it moves? The vinegar ate the shell on this one and now it's like rubbery. Alright, you want to feel it? You have to be, you feel it?
Can I feel that one next?
Yeah, you have to touch it really easy because that's just a little thin membrane.
Whoa.
That can break really easy.
It feels kind of like a squishy.
It's so slimy.
It does. It is slimy. But see how the white, it's not hard like an egg? Hold it easy.
Becca, you want to feel it?
Isn't that neat? Alright, so now what we're going to do is we have washed it off.
Now I'm washing the vinegar off.
Wash the vinegar off your hands. Alright, so we have washed it off. And now what we're going to do is we have this bowl right here that has, I'm trying to show you, it has water and blue food dye. So now we are going to take this rubber egg that we have here and we're going to put it in the blue food dye. And we're going to let it sit for about 3 hours and we're going to see what happens to our rubber egg. Check back and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, remember I was showing you how the yolk broke, this is what the eggshell looked like. See how squishy it is and how flexible it is? And so this one, I'm going to run under the water and I'm going to start rubbing off the shell so we can see the clear through it. And it's going to look like this. Let's do it easy. And then you just kind of rub your hands easy on it. And the water and the shell is coming off. So I'm going to continue doing this. It takes a little while. You have to be easy. And then we'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, we have soaked this, and this is what your rubber egg should look like. I have been wiping it with the water, and I'm going to put it back in the vinegar to make sure all of the shell disappears. But this is what it looks like underneath. See how it's turned rubbery?
That's cool. I'm going to hold it.
Want to hold it here? Do it easy so it doesn't break, because it's got a thin membrane on it.
Wow. Russell fam, I definitely recommend this.
Alright, so this is actually what we're peeling off of the rubber now, is this shell right here. See how flimsy it is? So it's, and then we didn't completely take the shell off of this one. We didn't completely take the white off of this one. So we're just soaking it in the blue, and once I get all the white off of this one, Bailey, don't do that please.
I was trying to chill.
And I'm going to put it in the blue dye, and we'll see what happens to both of them. So check back shortly.
Hey Russell fam, today we're going to be doing an experiment called In and Out.
Yep, it's called In and Out. And what we are going to do is we are going to make a rubber egg, which we've done right here, and we'll show you how we did that in a minute. And then, so you've got a bowl full of blue food dye that we have an egg soaking in, and we'll be back shortly so y'all can see what everything looks like. All right, the eggs have been sitting in the blue dye for 3 hours. Now this is the clear one that we had, that we took almost all the shell off. There was a little bit left right there. So it was just clear and rubbery. And this is the one that we left the little bit of the shell on that we didn't, completely take off. So I'm going to rinse them in water, and then we are going to let them soak in this bowl for an hour. Let's see what happens when we run water in them. Alright, we're just going to run some water over it. And we're going to put it in here and run some water over this one.
And you got to run water over me.
I'm not running water over you. You ran water over yourself this morning when you took a bath. Alright, so now we are going to fill this bowl up with water. Sorry, I was looking at what I was doing and not the camera. Alright, so we're going to fill this up with water, and we're going to let it sit in here for an hour. Actually, I'm going to find a deeper bowl and I'll switch it out. So we'll be back in just a few minutes, or an hour after they sat. Alright, we are back. I put them in a deeper bowl so you can see that they were completely covered. So now what we're going to do is, this is the egg that was completely clear. This one right here, and it's still dark blue. And then this one is the one that still had the white shell on the outside of it. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take the handle of a spoon, and we are going to, let's see. There's kind of a glare. Let's move over here to this side so it's not so bad. Sis, you want to move your chair so you can see better? Okay. Alright, so we are going to take it says take the handle of the spoon, and we're going to poke it just to break the membrane that's holding it together.
Can I try?
Hang on.
Doesn't want to break.
It doesn't want to break. It went everywhere.
Oh.
Right, look. So here is the covering of this one that was the outside. So the inside, the yolk, that one fell apart, but it's still rubber. That one fell apart. Okay, so this one was the clear shell that we had, but everything on the inside is still clear. All right, this is the one that has the white, that had the white part that we didn't completely soak off, that has this kind of shell that was still on it that we didn't completely take apart. So let's see what happens when we poke this one. Bailey, you want to poke this one?
Sure.
Ooh, I want to try.
All right, hang on. You got to do it kind of easy because it does go make a mess like I did. There we go.
Whoa!
All right, and look
Okay.
on the inside of this one. All right, move your hand, sister. This one on the inside was blue. Because see, we didn't take it apart. So here, this is blue a little bit. And this one is a dark blue.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I like the plate with all.
All right, I hope you enjoyed our in and out video. So, Becca, what are you supposed to do?
Smash that like